Hey everybody, how you doing? Mark here, and welcome to my 2025 icebreaker ride. Now, if you have been around the channel for a while, you will know, but if you haven't, let me tell you what my icebreaker ride is. It is essentially a welcoming to my channel, tell you about me a little bit, get you caught up on what's happened over the course of the winter. And now that the warmer weather is coming in, I can get out and ride and I can start vlogging again. So yeah, that's basically what this icebreaker ride is. It's me breaking the ice and getting back into the vlogging, tell you what you can expect from the channel, some trips that I might have planned, stuff like that. I have a 2007 Vulcan 1600 Classic. Her name is Angel. It's because of the little decals that I have on her. And she has over 82,000 miles on her. And then I have another bike in the garage right now, and that is a 2022 Vulcan Voyager 1700 cc's big bagger touring bike. You know, it's got the hard saddlebags on both sides, the trunk, big fairing on the front, even on the lower. It has the lower fairings on it as well. Very comfortable ride. Last year I just did a iron butt ride on it, and yeah, it was a wonderful ride. So those are the two bikes that I have at my disposal and that I can use for making my videos. But now let's get you caught up with what's happened over the course of the winter. And for me, the biggest thing is that I got a new job. My wife got a new job. My wife still works for the UW health system up in Madison, but she is no longer a floor nurse. She's been a nurse for a number of years. And this new job that she has, even though she's not a nurse on the floor, she still needs to have that nurse mentality and knowledge. She talks to doctors, nurses, other hospitals to gather information about patients, because that patient might have to move to a new hospital, a new facility of some sort. You know, where they're at don't have the capabilities that this patient needs. So that's kind of what she does now. She gathers up all this information, tries to figure out where to put this patient, what they can do for them, and just all this other stuff. I mean, she's talked to hospitals like over in Hawaii and stuff. Even I think she's even done some up in Canada, I think. But anyway, yeah, that's basically what she does. She still needs that medical nursing knowledge so she can take notes while these doctors are talking on the phone and stuff like that, trying to figure things out. She needs to have that medical knowledge. It's a lot different, but she's not on her feet, which at her age, you know, she's getting to be kind of arthritic in the knees and hips and stuff like that. So it's nice that she's able to get off her feet and off the floor. I myself have a new job. I love my new job. I got about a $4 an hour pay raise, and I have so much less stress around me. Although in the past 3 weeks, my two supervisors both got fired within the same week for essentially the same mistake. Let's see, what else do we got going on? This is my 14th year of doing YouTube. I have been doing this for a long time. No, my channel has not grown as much as I would like, but it's not bad either. I think you guys are moving on me a little bit. I want to swing you around like that. So yeah, I mean, I've been around for 14 years, but at the same time, I'm not a 100,000 subscriber type channel, okay? And primarily, I think it was because I was doing 3 different topics on one channel, and the YouTube algorithm doesn't understand that. So it didn't know who to put my videos out to. So I've stayed a fairly small channel. And truthfully, I'm okay with that. I really am. When I first originally started YouTubing, I thought, you know, this is going to be great. I can go out and ride my motorcycle every day, make content, get hundreds of thousands of views, and I'll be able to make a living just riding my motorcycle. Nope. That is a long shot at best. I had to go out and get another job, so now my 3 topics that I've been covering have kind of taken a hit, in that the motorcycling is really the only content that I've been able to put out. And it's because my job has me working to where I just don't have the energy to go out on trails and hike and camp and stuff like that, nor do I have the time to do it. You know, I don't have a couple of days to where I can pack up, go out on a hike, do an overnight thing out on the Ice Age trail, spend the night, come back the next day, take a day or 2 to edit a video together. Yeah, I just don't have that kind of time anymore. You know, I work 40 hours a week. It just really bites into it. Now, the other thing is that I also cook. And I love to cook. I love food in general, and I just don't have the time to do it. I work a second shift. I work from the afternoon into the late evening. Normally I would be cooking dinners, and I'm not home to do it. You know, I'm home for 2 days a week, if that. You know, they may end up calling me in or something like that on a day, and then, you know, I only get 1 day off that week. So that's kind of the way it's been going, is that I just don't have the time or the energy to do the cooking and the hiking. The motorcycle riding is staying around because I can do this on my way to work. You know, I might be able to leave the house maybe an hour early, and I can go out just riding around, and I'll talk about some stuff, you know, talk about life. And that's what my channel is. It's me talking about life. I'm not sitting there telling you all the stats that I have with this bike and what I want to do to improve it, and, you know, unboxing this product and that product, and then trying it for a couple of days and say, yep, that's a really great product, but then never use it again. That's not my channel. My channel is a moto vlogging channel, to where I am out here talking to you guys just like we were friends. You know, things that have been going on with Angel over the past off season. If you guys remember from last year, she was involved in that accident where my daughter decided to drive through the garage door, and I had to do some work on the fenders, replace them, get them painted up, and trying to make them look as stock as possible. I figured since I did that, since I was going to have the fenders off and everything, I want to replace the shocks. I still had the standard shocks that came on the bike, but they had developed a small air leak, and I mean small. Over the course of maybe 2 weeks, my shocks would actually lose air pressure, and I would have to reinflate the shock. And then another 2-3 weeks down the road, I would have to reinflate them again. And it just got to be a hassle. So I ended up ordering progressive suspension shocks. I went with the heavy duty 13-inch shock. I went with the heavy duty just because I'm a big fat ass guy. And sometimes I go camping on Angel. And then I've got, all my camping stuff and maybe some extra clothing or something. I got them, and I got them on, and I rode them a couple of times just towards the end of the year last year. I put Angel away, and lo and behold, I went out to the garage one day, and there was a little puddle of oil underneath one of the shocks. Oh, looks like they've been doing some control burns. That's what that black is out here on the side of the road over here. Looks like they were doing some control burn, taking down some weeds and stuff. Cool. Anyway, so I contacted Progressive Suspensions, and they of course wanted to know how long I had them. It's like, well, I haven't had the shocks very long. I go, I think I bought them in like April or May or something like that. Well, we need to have proof of purchase. Well, I took pictures of the boxes and stuff and sent them like a purchase thing from my bank account and sent that to them, and they're like, well, the receipt, the bank receipt, transaction receipt, whatever you want to call it, doesn't tell us where you bought it from. Well, I bought it online, and I didn't keep all that stuff. I go, but the barcode on the box says, was it Drag Specialties or something like that? So I go, I might have gotten it from there. I just don't know. And she goes, well, let me talk to my manager and see if that will qualify. And they approved it. They're like, okay, so take the shocks off, send them back to us, and we will either repair or replace the shocks. And I was kind of confused by that, really. I think I'll turn here. And it's like, really, you want both of them? It's like, only one's leaking. And she goes, nope, we want them both. It's like, okay. Oh, this is a dead end. Having that sign closer to the intersection would have been nice. Okay. I sent them both shocks. They gave me a number to, they're like, if you ever need to contact us, use this number. So it's kind of our way of identifying, what you're talking about. It's kind of like their order number or whatever. It's like, oh, okay, I can do that. Anyway, so I sent it off to them, and I didn't hear anything for quite a while. Let's try this road. Hopefully this road will go somewhere interesting. And it got to be like a month since I had sent off the shocks, and I hadn't heard anything. So I shot him an email using that reference number that I was mentioning, and the lady replied with the tracking information, and my shocks were actually supposed to be delivered that next day. It's like, if I had just a little more patience, I could have saved an email and not have to worry about it. So got the shocks, got them on, and everything seems to be going well. I've actually been out riding for, I think this is probably about my 6th ride that I've had on Angel. Plus I've rode a Mercy a couple of times as well. And yeah, everything seems to be going well. The suspension is doing good. I'm seeing no signs of an oil leak. So yeah, hopefully everything is great. As far as Mercy goes, I really hadn't done a lot with her, but now that the season is starting, sorry, I'm seeing that little blockade there off to the side of the road. You know what? I think I'm going to continue straight. Let's see what's going on this way. I did buy another set of foot pegs because when I was out doing my iron butt ride, even though I have foot pegs on the lower part, it was like every so often I wanted to kick my leg up high, you know, just to have another foot position. So I ended up buying another set of foot pegs, but I haven't put them on yet. But I do have them. And then, being that it was the primary bike that I used, the owner's manual says to change the oil every, I think it's like 6,000 or 7,000 miles, or once a year. And so it's like, okay, well, it's been basically about a year. I think I actually did the oil change, you know, the break-in oil change, like in around April or May. So it's like, all right, I'm coming up on a year, so I will do an oil change on her. I'll film that for you guys so you guys can actually see it. Okay. Ooh, fresh pavement, nice. So that will be my first maintenance video on Mercy, is an oil change. Other than that, I have done nothing with Mercy at all. You know, I'll put on the new foot pegs and I'll do an oil change now that we're coming into the riding season. Then let's see, what else we got going on? Oh, I bought some new cold weather gloves. I like these boots so much that I decided I was going to go back to the Milwaukee leather store up in Milwaukee and look at getting some new gloves. My old Harley-Davidson ones lasted a long time, and in fact I still have them, and I'll probably keep them around just in case my daughter wants to go for a ride and, you know, try to keep her hands a little warmer. But I bought these, and I think I only spent like maybe $40 for these gloves. They're really nice. They've got the ridges on the knuckles there to help with the flexibility of the glove. They are very wind resistant. I haven't tested their waterproofness yet, but apparently that is something that they have, is a waterproofing. And then while I was there looking at the gloves, I had a couple of gift cards from the last couple of Christmases, and it's like, you know what, I've never had rain gear, and every year I get caught in rain. I mean, it's almost inevitable. So I actually purchased my very first set of rain gear. It comes with the I've got a hawk up there. It's the pants and a jacket, and basically I think what I'll do is, you know, if I'm out on this bike, I'll put it in my saddlebags. If I'm out on Mercy, I'll put it in her saddlebags. So basically I'll just keep on flipping it back and forth, you know, just open up the bag, throw it in the other one, take the other bike out, that type of a thing. What do we have over here? Oh, wow, that's a demolished car. Wow, that's an interesting place. Ooh, more fresh pavement though. I like that. I suppose I can downshift, huh? This is nice out here. Let's see, I was on Skinner Road, and then there's this road. I don't know what this road was. Nelson Road, okay. So yeah, I finally purchased my first set of rain gear, and I'm not gonna ride with it on just to ride with it on. So I don't know how rainproof it really is. I've heard of people buying like Nelson Rig or some of these other brands where they're spending hundreds of dollars on this rain gear and it doesn't work. It works for like maybe 10-20 minutes and the material gets saturated and it's not worth crap anymore. Man alive, this is nice. Let's go down this road here. Oh, got some cows over there. A little bit of sand on the road, but not bad. So I ended up buying the stuff at Milwaukee Leather mainly because I had those gift cards, and I think I only spent like $130, $120 on everything, the rain suit and the gloves. Let's see, plans and rides for this year. I just can't really plan much of anything. I got the new job. I'm basically starting from scratch all over again. I have no vacation time. So, oh, there's some more cows over there. So the camping and stuff, taking the camper out and actually going to a state park with Jen. Maybe I can squeeze out just a quick little 2-day, maybe a 4-day trip if I can finagle my days off, right around the end of the week and the start of the week. I'll take my 2 weeks off at the end of the week and then my 2 days off at the beginning of the week and kind of do that kind of thing. Man alive, this is nice back here. Old sandstone house. That almost looks like something that could be a museum. There's another one. Okay, so what was I talking about? Oh yeah, the camping stuff. So I just don't know when I'm going to be able to get out and go camping. And then I still have plans on doing some rustic roads. I don't know how many I'm going to do. I'm about, gosh, how many have I done? I think I figured out that I was like a quarter of the way through them all. Or something like that. Maybe it was a third. Because I think there's 126 and I think I've done like 40. So that's close to 1/3 of them done. So I still have 2/3 to go. And that doesn't include them adding any more to the program. So if you guys don't know what rustic roads are, it's a great program here in Wisconsin. Look for the rustic roads playlist and I'll explain things in that playlist. The meet and greet ride. My very first subscriber friend meet and greet ride. I don't think I'll wait for this car. I'll just sit here and yak for a little bit. And I've never done a meet and greet ride before, and now this is the chance that if you guys want to come ride with me and see some of Wisconsin and tour around a little bit for a couple of days, now is your chance. I've got pretty much everything set. I've got routes planned and everything. It's going to be a 2-day event, and on my community post page I put up a question of should I have it during a weekend or during the middle of the week, because my thought is that if it's on a weekend, that's great for people around me, the people that are close by. They can ride down here on a Friday, we can ride on a Saturday and a Sunday, and then they can ride home. Where if I have it in the middle of the week, the people from farther away can take a week of vacation and they can travel halfway across the country to get here, and then spend a couple of days here, and then have a couple more days of their vacation off to get back home. Oh, I know where I'm at. This is actually kind of the northeast side of Broadhead. Big chicken. So, yeah, go to that community or post page or whatever they're calling it now, and cast a vote on that posting on if you would like to see it done on a weekend or during the middle of the week. And more than likely it's going to be like a Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, I've got all that figured out. I've got gas stops ready. I've got places to have meals. You know, we'll stop for a lunch during a ride, and then each ride's going to be like 5 hours of actual ride time. Okay, I am not a bar hopper. We are not going to spend 20-30 minutes on the bikes just to go to a bar and sit there for 2 hours and jump on the bikes and ride for another 10 minutes to another bar, and we'll sit there for a couple hours, and then that was our full day of riding. It's like, no, that's not riding. Okay, if you want to ride with me, you're going to be in the saddle for a good part of the day. So that is my plans for the meet and greet. I think I'm kind of thinking I want to call it the Wisconsin Motorcycle Meetup. And when you use the abbreviations for Wisconsin, the WI and then MM for Motorcycle Meetup, it will be a whim. So yes, we are going to meet on a whim. Kind of like that though. Oh sure, I sat there and waited to say anything else until that Nook truck was away from me, and then I had another semi pull out in front of me. Alright, that just means I'm going to have to look for another road to turn off on. Okay, so let's see, the next thing I want to talk about, well, I talked about earlier that last year I did an iron butt ride on Mercy, and I did get my certifications of a completed ride. So that ride was good. They took into account my mistake of resetting my trip odometer, but they were still able to figure out that I did well over 1,000 miles, no problems. So I got my patch, I got my certificate, I got my pin. I thought the package that I ordered included a pin, but it didn't. So I actually had to go back onto the Iron Butt page, go into the store, and purchase the pin. But I did get that, and in fact, I got it right here. So yes, my Iron Butt around Lake Superior was good. That was, I felt great about that. I really do. That was such a beautiful ride. Did it in the fall. You guys got to go check out that Iron Butt ride around Lake Superior video. I give some pros and cons to doing an Iron Butt. So it's not just, riding around without me talking about anything. I do talk when I'm out doing that kind of stuff. Alright, is this a road here that I can... Yeah, it looks like it. I want to get away from that semi. Let's see, what's going on now? I've got all these ideas in my head, and I'm trying to remember them as I'm riding, and that's not easy. Wow, lots of gravel right here. Right now, for any more pre-planned rides, short of rustic roads, and I don't even know what rustic roads I'm going to hit just yet. But one of the destinational trips that I want to do is a road or a point. Have you ever heard of people talk about the four corners of the world? Okay, when you look at longitude and latitude, okay, you have a 45 degree and a 90 degree. There's only four of those in the entire world. And to me, that's what they mean by the four corners of the world. It's the 45 and 90. Well, the thing is, two of those are out in the middle of oceans. One's off the South American coast, out in the Pacific coast. I think the other one is somewhere out in the Indian Ocean, I think it was. Then the two that are actually on land, one is in some remote, desolate part of China. I mean, there's like nothing around. I don't know if it's a desert that the place is located or what, because looking at Google Maps, I have a hard time even trying to figure out, you know, what the train is doing. The other one is here in Wisconsin. It's really the only one that's easily accessible, and I think we're going to go up to see that that marker. I've actually been there before, and I'll show you how to go about getting a little commemorative, it's almost like a coin. And in fact, I got it at home. I'll take a picture of it and I'll put it up in the video. And yeah, I'll show you how you can get that coin, if they still make them. I don't know. It's actually been a number of years since I've been up there. But yeah, we'll go up there, we'll do that. And that's pretty much all I've got planned for the year as far as rides go. Well, I can't really think of anything else I would need to talk about in this video. Again, I'll have a oil change video coming out for Mercy, the 2022 Vulcan Voyager. And then please go to that community post page and cast your vote for when you would like to see the meet and greet Wisconsin motorcycle meetup ride held. Do you want it in the weekend or do you want it in the middle of the week? And right now the duration, I'm thinking it's going to be either the end of July or the beginning of August. Well, this is Mark saying thanks again for watching. Always believe.